Can a family be so close and loving but never truly see each other? Now, this movie asks and answers that question.
My
It's
vision
a
would
film.
turn your world upside down, tear asunder your illusions, and send the sanctuary of your own ignorance crashing down around you. Now ask yourself, are you really ready to see that vision?
Welcome back to the channel. As you know, I like reviewing all new things on the streaming platforms, whether it be series or movies. Today, we're going to go ahead and actually take a look at the drama Mars One on Netflix. If you want to hear more about them, click like, share, subscribe. Okay, I'm waiting. I forget it. Let me give you the review, anyways. All right. So, Mars One on Netflix actually premiered on, I want to say it was like January 6th, if I'm not mistaken. It's roughly like an hour and 55 minutes. Now, this is filmed in Brazil in Portuguese and subtitled in English. So, kind of know that going in is that you're gonna go to do some reading. That's okay. We can do it. All right. So here's your storyline. A lower middle class family undergoes a series of challenging and profound changes, reinventing themselves and their family ties along the way. So, figuring out is obviously this is meant for people that are fans of drama, specifically family dramas, interpersonal relationships, things like that. Self discovery is a little bit of thing that you can go along with that. Anything that you could think of that's family drama that you would like, very comparable. So maybe like This Is Us and some other things like that. So there you go. So my first point for anyone is if you have or you believe that there be any sci-fi expectations to this movie, remove them immediately. I actually went into this believing this would be a sci-fi type of thing, or at least have some type of space story here. And this was largely due to description of the movie in Netflix or what have you. But just get that out of your mind. You'll be much happier if you take that out of there and evaluate this movie as being a family drama. Okay? All right, that's my first thing. Now, let's take a look at this story. And we go ahead and actually go to the story and do this. Is that I want to go and actually ask you, can a family be so close and loving but never truly see each other? Now, this movie asks and answers that question. It's a family of four. Father Wellington, played by Carlos Francisco, the mother Teresia, played by Regine Fiera, the first child, which is a daughter Eunice, played by Camila Di Maio, and the youngest, the son Davino, played by Cesario Lucas. Now, they all love each other, they live together, and are a typical lower middle class family that's just trying to get by. But as their lives play out before our eyes, we see they have different goals, opinions, dreams, um, and they're different than what maybe necessarily they project towards each other. And of course, there's external situations that kind of put on a pressure cooker that affect lives as they do for the rest of us. Now, I made sure to list all four of the main family members because they were all excellent in their roles. Everyone did a masterful job of conveying thoughts of love, but conveying disappointment and frustration with everything. This family felt real. You could go and actually feel everything that a typical family goes through. And then it's not like a dysfunctional family either. Like they love each other, they work together with it, but there's just things that happen, um, things that are unspoken that happen with this particular family. Now, for a casual streamer, probably was more integral again, as I always dictate to everybody, while the main cast is strong in this, what are the side characters bring to it? Now, this one is actually different because side characters were not up to the level of our main four characters, but here's the thing, they're not on the screen for very long, so we don't have to worry about that they can't measure up to the main actors because the main actors are on the screen 95% of the time, so we don't really have to worry about the rest of them. Although I do believe that uh, The daughter's friend Joanna, played by Ana Hidalgo, was good in her role. So she was the other ancillary character that I think was very good and integral to this team or to this movie. Now, for people that love drama, especially family drama, they give realistic characters and life events. Some things that are addressed in this movie are PTSD, financial hardship, faith and religion, and sexuality, hetero and homosexuality. The movie does a good job of not jamming anything down your throat. It all feels natural and the reactions are real. So you don't have to feel like you're getting preached to or anything like that. These are just very real, organic type of situations that come up, and this family addressing them in various different ways. For my casual viewers, I'll just say if you can't deal with any of those listed topics, you may want to leave the movie alone just altogether. But I honestly think that the time spent on those topics is small, and you're missing out on the bigger pictures that we all have to deal with that in some kind of way. Even if you don't want to and you feel uncomfortable with some of those topics, here's the bottom line: is at some point in time it's going to affect your life. And this family confronts them and takes them sometimes head on, sometimes sideways, but it does get addressed, and I think this movie does a good job of handling that. So honestly, for this particular movie, this is a verdict of it's a watch for all audiences. The acting is great. The stories that they're telling aren't anything fantastic, but what they are giving you is raw reactions on how the average person can sometimes be their own worst enemy. And sometimes families can even do that, sometimes meaning to, sometimes not meaning to, right? And I gotta tell you now, this took me about 30 minutes to get into. It's in a way where the story it's a slow burn because you're just seeing them live their day-to-day lives. They're setting up their stories and their characters for you. So first 30 minutes is kind of hard to get through, but once things really start to happen and they sit going and you have the characters established, you really see it, you feel it. This movie has something to tell you, and it gets you there. Truth among those that you love is the strongest bond. And if you can't tell your truths to your family, it scars you. And the more scars that you have, the longer you take to heal. And that's what this movie does a great job of conveying. And it's one that I highly suggest. So it's a must watch, all audiences. Mars One on Netflix. Check it out. Yep. See, I caught you. I caught you being here again at the end of the review. That means that you owe me a like, share, subscribe. Well, you don't have to give it to me, but I'd appreciate it. Or comment below anything that you have as far as commentary on this particular movie. I enjoy actually bringing you the reviews for all the new content that's out there. There's so much to pick from. So until the next time that I give you a review, I'll holler at you. Take care of yourself.